Hey drummers, thanks for checking out my channel, SCDrummer. Now if you're like me, time is always limited, how much you can practice, what you should practice, and if you go to any of my previous videos, I do have lesson ideas on how to budget time and how to get the most out of your practicing. But today I want to focus on tying into my last video, which was the number one reason we must do our rudiments, okay? Now, if you've seen that video, stop trying to do number 3, okay? Because it's kind of sick. I'm a big believer in doing rudiments. They are the best way, in my opinion, to strengthen your hands, to coordinate your hands, to condition your hands. But again, a lot of us have a ton of time to do them. So out of all these rudiments, bam! If you could do singles, doubles, flams, and drags, in theory, you should be able to do any one of these 40 rudiments. Again, the percussive society one, or any of the 26 standard rudiments. Why? Well, because all those rudiments is just different combinations of either singles, doubles, flams, or drags, okay? So that's why it's so important that if you're limited time, you really want to always focus on those 4 rudiments. So let's take an example, a single paradiddle. You know, even though paradiddles have their own bracket of rudiments, a single paradiddle is nothing more than right, left, right, left, left. 2 singles, right, left, followed by a double, right, left, right, 2 singles, left, double. My theory has been proven correct. Okay, your double stroke rolls, your 5s, 7s, 9s, 11s, 13s, 15s, 17, they're all doubles followed by a single. Right? The only the little asterisk on this one is a 10 ends with 2 singles. 1 E and a 2 E. 1 E and a 2 E. Okay? So what I recommend you do is practice those 4 rudiments, singles, doubles, flams, and drags, over and over and over and over again. So if nothing else, you've mastered those 4 rudiments. What you'll find is that any of these 40 that you end up wanting to do with the 26, if you've done your homework and you put in your due diligence on getting those rudiments under control, be able to play them at different tempos, different dynamic ranges, then when you go back to do one that's off the beaten path, like a Radimaku, for example, it should be much, much easier to do. Now, a little sidebar here. I am not condoning that you don't do the other rudiments. What I am saying, though, is that if you really focus your attention on those 4 rudiments, then it'll make everything else that falls behind it much, much easier to do because they're simply combinations of those 4 rudiments. 1 of the 4, 2 of the 4, you get it? Another point is that if you listen to a lot of contemporary music, okay, you know, the top 40 stuff or rock, those 4 rudiments you'll hear all the time. You'll hear flams or flam taps. You'll hear paradiddles being played or doubles or singles. Again, it's always going to come back to being able to master those 4 rudiments and then having an understanding of anything that falls underneath of those rudiments. For example, if I could do doubles, it's going to make it much easier for me to play a 5-stroke roll or a 7-stroke roll, 9-stroke roll. If I could do a flam, I should be able to do a flam accent, a flam tap, a flam paradiddle, okay, you understand? So if your time is limited, if nothing else, my daily routine, I always do those 4 rudiments. And I tend to always do them not here, as I said in the prior video, but I do them as I'm watching TV and I'm just sitting there talking and just doing singles like this. Because I don't have to think about them too much, right? And I'll slow them up if I start to feel sore, and I'll speed them up again, work on dynamics. Great exercise tip, by the way. Great practice tip, by the way. If you can do them and still have them under control. It's kind of cool when you can watch something you want to do and still constantly keep your hands being conditioned and the timing, the coordination, just kind of keep it there. And something that you should work towards. So again, watch some of these things I'm about to show you. Let's make sure we can master these 4 things you're about to see. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a quick, if you're not quite familiar with how to do a drag or a flam. I know everybody can do a single or a double at this point, right? And if not, go back and watch one of my earlier videos. I always put on my earmuffs. A flam is simply when we have, and again, if we want to break this down, what is a flam? A flam is a low note, a ghosted note, followed by an accented note. So if I'm doing a right-handed flam, my left hand's going to be low, and it's going to hit right before my accented hand. And they switch. If you're not comfortable with it, just do one hand at a time. Get used to it. And then switch to the other hand. Now, we don't want to be what we say too tight, which is, see how there's no gap between the notes? So we want a little bit of space. And we also don't want to be what we call too open. Too open. So it's nice and tight. Kind of fattens up the sound. Alright, that's an example of how to apply one. A drag, and again, real quick, before I forget, what are we doing there? Back to my initial, everything made up of those 4 rudiments. We're doing singles. Left hand's hitting first, it's left, right, left. Okay? Still alternate stroking here, so it falls into the single strokes. A drag is nothing more than now, instead of doing a single with my ghosted hand, my left hand's low, my right hand's the accented note. Instead of going 1, I'm going to go 2. 2. 2. Same principle as the flam. We don't want it to be too tight. That's a junk, or too open. That's too open. Too much space between my ghost and my accent. The proper should be, so it's, that accent hand is right on the tail of that last ghost note. Okay? So, paradiddle, combinations, single, double, single, double. All right, so again, practice the 4 rudiments. Let's make sure we understand how to do a flam and do a drag. Again, we don't want it to be too tight, and we also want it to be too open. Too open leaves too much space between the notes. It's no longer that rudiment anymore. It's junk. And if it's too tight, it just kind of takes away what the sound you're trying to get. It's almost like you're just hitting with one big stick. We want gap. You hear the difference, right? Thank you as always for checking out my channel. Thank you. Hopefully you liked the video. Drop a comment down. This is a work in progress as I get more and more experience on how to use my equipment. I'm going to get this to the next level. But in the meantime, I appreciate every single one of you that are out there watching me and that have supported me so far. Because I'm telling you, without you, there would be no reason to want to keep doing this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And see you next time. Till then, keep practicing. Thanks, guys. Bye.